Good morning everyone. Today we are going to listen about the remaining section in the third chapter, animal fiber. So here today we are knowing about the story of wool. Next day Nilima visited another part of the exhibitions with her grandpa. So next day she visited Nilima visited another part of the exhibitions with her grandpa. The entrance was shaped like a big sheep. How that one? The entrance. We all know where we got wool where we got from the wool. From where? From the sheep, goat, like the animals. So animals hair. So here also how the exhibition shape likes a big sheep. So she entered through the stomach of the sheep into the exhibition hall. Now, how she entered stomach of the sheep into the exhibition hall. She was surprised because the sitting seemed to be a real Kashmir village. How exhibitions looks like a Kashmir village. So she got surprised. Who got surprised? Nilima. There she saw different varieties of woolen cloths like sweaters, mufflers, hats, long coats, table covers, etc. So she is surprised by seeing all these woolen cloths like sweaters, mufflers, and hats, long coats, table covers, all of that. There were models of different types of animals like sheep, goat, yak, llama, camel, alpka etc there, and also there are so many animals where from we get animal wool, and also from that where we get cloths, woolen cloths also. What are the animals there? She observed sheep, goat, yak, llama, camel, alpka etc there. She knew sheep give wool, but why were the other animals displayed at the stalls? Already she know what is that one. Only sheep only gives the wool, but there are so many animals are there, so she got the doubt. So grandpa told Nilima that wool is obtained from hair of all the animals displayed. Then grandpa explained to her doubt. So what are the animals displayed here? That all animals gives the hair to give the wool to produce the woolen cloths. So here grandpa explained all the animals which are displayed on the here are the all animals he gives the wool. So it is also called the fleece of for collectively. It is mainly a protein. Good quality wool is obtained from merino sheep, and also it is one of the good protein, and also it gives which sheep gives the good quality wool. The merino sheep gives the good quality. They are specially reared. The fleece is 3 to 5 inches long and very fine and most valuable. Which thread, which woolen thread will be very long? Merino sheep hair gives the woolen thread will be very long. How much inches of the woolen sheep hair? It will be 3 to 5 inches long, and also very fine, and also very most valuable. A merino sheep may yield about 5 to 18 kgs of wool per year. How many kgs? 5 to 18 kgs of wool per year. So we saw regularly goats, sheep, so how they are very normal, but merino sheep is very valuable, which gives the hair is very valuable, and also it gives the 3 to 5 inches long, and also very fine and most valuable wool, and also it gives the how many kgs of wool? It gives the 5 to 18 kgs of wool per year. Grandpa, do you find any difference between hair of all animals? Yes, there is definitely difference is there. Yes or no? We observe all the animals. What we observe? We observe definitely the hair difference between the all animals. So certainly hair of a camel that lives in Rajasthan is not the same as Angora goat that lives in Kashmir. So the animal which lives in the Rajasthan, what is that animal? Camel. That hair is not same as the Angora goat that lives in the Kashmir. So Angora goat lives in the Kashmir. That hair is very different to which animals camel lives in the Rajasthan. Camels have rough and coarse hair. Under this rough hair, some animals usually have soft hair as well. Angora goat or the merino sheep have soft hair. So the camel which lives in the Rajasthan, that hair is very rough and coarse, and also the merino or Angora goat which lives in the Kashmir, the hair of that merino sheep have very soft hair. So, Grandpa, where do we find a sheep or goat that gives us wool? So, where we have to find that sheep or goat gives the wool to us? In Jammu and Kashmir, next Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh, next. Sikkim, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. They are often reared on large farms. So, Nilima asked where we find the woolen which gives the woolen for us. We find where sheep or goats which gives the woolen for us. Where were the places, different places to tell to me. Who asked? Nilima asked to the grandpa. Then grandpa told in our Jammu, Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat, they are often reared on large farms. So many farms are there in that places. Next, again asking Nilima, Grandpa, what are they doing with that scissors? So, how hair will be removed on the goat or sheep by using one weapon or any equipment? So, there are, she observed by using the scissors, they are removing the hair. So, she asking to Grandpa why they are doing with that scissors. That is a share to cut fleas from sheep. During spring season, fleas of a sheep is removed from its body using this type of a razor. So that is not a scissor, that is a razor. So by using that razor, they are removing the hair of goat or sheep. In which season they are removing the hair? In the spring season. When the spring season, why? Because they are removing the spring season only. At that time, they won't give the any pain to the body of that goat or sheep. So, grandpa explaining in that way. In this picture, you have to observe by using one equipment, they are removing the hair of the goat. In which season they will remove this hair from the goat? In the spring season only. That process will be called as the fees. This process will be called as the shearing. This process will be called as the shearing. To prevent damage to skin, graze is used. So, well, Nilima, why is shearing done during spring season? Next, again, already we discussed why only doing in the spring season shearing process to removing the hair, why they choose the spring season. They in that season they won't feel any difficulty by removing hair. So they feel their hair also their dress, so to protect from the sunset and also to protect from the sunrises and also to protect from the rain, so they uses their hair only. When we are removing the spring season, they won't feel any difficulty and also they won't get any pain of body. So in that season we are removing. Next, guess what her answer is written in down in your notebook. Already we discussed they won't get any pain when removing in spring season only. Nilima, come here. See this big water tank and shaped sheared skin with a hair is dipped in such tanks and stirred with a spade. Often it may be washed under a stream of water as well. So here you have to observe so many big tanks are there. Here one person are removing the dust, removing the what are the particles mixed with that hair. So that process will be called as the washing or scouring, where they dip this hair into big tank of the water. So they dip this hair into that water. So grandpa telling to Nilima, come here, see this big water tank and spade. Sheared skin which is a sheared means here removing skin, removing hair. So sheared skin means which hair is removed from the coats. That hair is dipped in such a tanks, which is tanks, big water tanks. That water tanks, that sheared skin will be dipped. So because of that, what happened, it will be washed on a stream of water, stream of water as well. That means a small hot water, a small range of hot water, they will be washed that shared skin in that hot water, stream of hot water. This water contains some chemicals to remove grease, dirt and dust. This process is called washing or scoring. Because of this washing, what happens, some dirt particles will be removed from that shared skin. This process will be called as the washing or scoring. After washing, cool air is passed over the wool, which makes it softer. And after washing, what we need to do? We need to do dry up that shared skin. So what they do? They passes the cool air on that sharing skin, washed skin. So it will makes very softer. Grandpa, what are they doing? Why are they keeping heaps of fleas at separate places? So again, Nilima asking to grandpa what they are doing, why they are separating that fleece, that shared skin. Well, they are sorting coarse and soft ones as well as broken and long ones and making separate pills of them. Unwanted materials like twigs or bits or leaves or etc. that may be present with the wool are also separated out. This process is called sorting or wool classing. Fleece is the soft mass of wool. So here what they are doing, they are removing the twigs, bits and leaves which are mixed with that shared skin. So that process, the removing that all dirt particle, the process will be called as the sorting or wool glazing. That fleece is the mass of the wool, soft. It will becomes very soft. It is ready to get thread, wool thread from that soft wool. Grandma, how do these woolen fibers get different colors? So what is there in the tubes? So the thread is ready. Yes, now the soft mass is ready. From that we get the thread. So here Nilima again asking how the colors will apply to the thread. So how the colors will be applied to the woolen fiber. Different colors, different colors vectors we observed, yes or no? How they get colored? So there are bleached and dyes, dyes in the tubes. Woolen fibers are bleached and then dyed within different colors. So here which we get woolen fibers from the mass of wool, they are bleached and also dyes. After bleached they will be get the dried. And also after there are tubes, color tubes are there. With that colors tubes we get the different colors of the sweaters, different colors mufflers. How? Why? Because the thread will get the different colors from the color tubes. The colored fibers are used to make yarn. These fibers are then combed. So after that, these fibers will be combed by using the big color fibers are used to make yarn. These fibers are then combed. There is a machine for combing or threading wool. Wool is pulled through many teeth of the combing machine. We know our hair also we get soft by using the comb. Yes or no? Yes. So that's why here using the combing machine which has the teeth. So that pulled through the many teeth of the machine. That then what happened? It will comes the soft and it will comes into the long fibers, long threads. From there a machine rolls and pulls and it on into a thick rope and still another pulls and twist into a long thread. This is the process of the spinning. So the combing of the soft mass of wool, it will gives the long threads. Why? Because we need to comb to get the soft and long threads. So here you can see the being wound on railing spools as well. So here you have to see one machine is there which rolls that big threads which we get from the combing machine, that the threads will be wound by using this machine. Here you have to observe. So here you have to see, thus we get the yarn which may be dead before weaving. So After that one we waving by using the machines. So here you have to see, grandpa, how can I those needles, what are they doing with that needles? Here she observed some needles in this picture, you have to see. And also at our home our mothers also uses the needles to weave the woolen threads. So Nilima, they are Nilima again, grandpa explaining to the Nilima. Ni- Nilima, they are knitting woolen fabrics by using needles. Wool can be knit easily because it has natural bend or crimp on it. So how, why they are using, by using the hands, by using the needles, how they are weaving the woolen? The woolen is very easy to bend, so that's why they are using the needles. And our home also we observe our mothers and also our sisters, which are at home, they will be uh, weave the woolen, they will be stitch the woolen sweaters, small small woolen sweaters, like that. So how they are stitching we have to observe by using the needles. Why? Because woolen threads will bend very easily. By making the knots with loops and rings of long threads of yarn, woolen fabrics are knitted. Here you have to see how they are by using, by making the knots with loops and rings of long threads of yarn. Here knots means mudulu వేయడము, loops, and by ringing. So they makes the sweaters there. Woolen fabrics are knotted. In addition to handmade process of knotting, hand looms and power looms are also used, on which woolen yarn is woven to fiber. Already we discussed to weave the cotton, to weave the cocoon fiber, cotton, silk threads to weave. Which machines we have to use? We have to use the hand looms and also power looms. So to weave the woolen fabrics also we have to use the hand looms and power looms. So woolen threads are stretched from the top of the loom to the bottom. These are called wap threads. The threads that go side to side are weft threads. We observe our when we have to observe our class. One thread will be upside and under one thread will be downside. So upside thread will be called as the weft threads and the downside thread will be called as the under wap threads. By using how they are comes, one is up, one is down, by using the hand looms or power looms. So a shuttle like a big needles takes the weft threads over and under wraps threads. One more important part of the loom is the harns. The harns lifts every other wrap thread so that the weft threads go over one. So this is the process by weaving the woolen cloths. And under the next, all type of yarn, whether cotton or silk or wool, etc., are woven in this manner only. All type of cloths, whether cotton or silk or wool, all the wave into same manner only, by using the hand looms or by using the power looms. So Nilima was surprised to see how fast knitting was being carried out. She get very surprised by observing the how knitting. Here you have to observe in this picture. This process she observed and also she get surprised. This process will be called as a knitting and also stitching of sweater by using the needles. Uh, she sat near a man to observe and learn how to knit. Nilima purchased a book about woolen fabrics and a sweater for her grandma and returned home. At home, Nilima made a flowchart to show the process of involved from the obtaining wool to producing fabric. So, now what she purchased one book about the woolen fabrics and also she purchased one sweater to her grandma and came into the home. After coming to the home, what she did is she draw a flow chart. She made a flow chart how the woolen fabrics will be producing. Here you have to see first process: shearing, scoring, sorting, bleaching, dyeing, next combing or carding, next spinning, next waving or knitting, next rolling and twisting, and next finally woolen fabric. Then she showed this flowchart to grandpa and asking to grandpa. Grandpa asked Nilima to check the make corrections in the sequence. So what corrections do you think Nilima needs to make? Grandpa told to her some corrections will be there. You have to check out, and also you also will check and write in your notebooks. Nilima thought the silk and woolens are also natural fibers like cotton. She wanted to find out difference between the silk and cotton. Let us help to her. You have to write the differences between the silk and cottons. So here in box you have to see wool is poor conductor of heat. It trapped in between the woolen fabrics and our body prevents the flow of heat from our body to our surroundings. So we feel hot and are protected from cool. Woolen cloths also helps to douse fire. So when we feel very cool, then what we need to do? We wear the sweaters. Yes or no? How the sweaters will be made? By using the wool. So this is the reason to wear the wool. It will prevent the heat to us, and also it protects our body from the cold. Here is some keywords are there. All of you observe. Animal fibers, silkworm, cocoon, mulberry, next sericulture, next bombex, mori reeling, fleece, shading, sewing, knitting, bleaching, weaving, dyeing, wrap, woof. All these words we listen in this lesson or not? Yes. So this is about the third chapter. What is the third chapter? Animals fiber. I think all of you understood, and all of you must and should read the textbook. Thank you everyone.